Welcome back to BLOCKTV. It's time for Blockheads, where every day we round up the top headlines from around the crypto sphere. And to run us through today's top stories, we're joined by our very own Yona Hochhauser. Yona, welcome back. What do you got for us?
All right, thank you for having me. Well, let's run through the top headlines. First off, Bitcoin is reporting the Winklevoss says crypto doesn't need rules, cryptocurrency companies do. Next up, Crypto Slate reports Binance announced bounty for submitting crypto jargon definitions. UToday reports high-ranking Facebook strategists resign, rejecting Zuckerberg's turn to crypto. Next up, we have the Crypto Globe reporting Japanese hacker arrested for stealing over $130,000 in cryptocurrency. And lastly, we have CoinDesk reporting how MtGox Mark Kaplis found guilty over data manipulation in Tokyo court.
All right, great roundup. Let's go one by one. Take us through it.
Right, so the Bitcoinist is reporting how the Winklevoss twins, they have their Gemini Exchange. So they recently, many crypto users were criticizing the Gemini Exchange ads, which had the whole thing, crypto needs rules, and the revolution needs rules.
Pro-regulation campaign.
Exactly, and so that's kind of against the entire crypto ideology of listen, it's free for all, let people police themselves, decentralization. And
narco-capitalism, I've heard.
Exactly, yeah. So Cameron Winklevoss, so he recently clarified, saying that it's not crypto that needs rules, but rather the companies that handle the crypto. So he gave Quadriga CX, the exchange, as an example of, this is what happens. One guy's running exchange pretty much out of his basement, keeping all the money on his laptop, and did a lot of shady things, moving around money. And so they were trying to highlight, hey, listen, we're with you. Crypto doesn't necessarily need rules or regulations, but the companies trust us, we're regulated, give money to us. So this is more of a marketing thing. They just want money. They don't really care.
Right. Yeah. So they're saying the coin itself is it's got all the technology to help self-regulate it. It's the companies and the decision makers that need oversight of Big Brother from the state, and they're all for it. Next up, Crypto Slate. Crypto Slate.
So Crypto Slate, this is cool. So Crypto Slate, the headline is Binance announces bounty for submitting crypto jargon definitions. So the details here is that Binance Academy, which is the educational division of the Binance cryptocurrency exchange, so their job pretty much is they want to increase adoption based off a blockchain, promoting blockchain education and crypto
awareness.
Yeah, exactly. So they're trying to go that route to get adoption. So they announced the bounty program. They pretty much they'll pay individuals who submit terms that they'll include in their their crypto glossary. So they want.
So what they're asking the public to
yes, asking the public, hey, give us some crypto slang words. HODL. I mean, listen, they're endless. And so pretty much what they're doing is saying that any accepted submission, they get 2 Binance coins. Make sure to realize that they're not giving fiat money, they're giving Binance codes, which is their own currency. But still, right now, so 2 Binance codes for any submission. The top submission gets 10 Binance coins. Right now, Binance coins at about $15. So the top submission will get $150 for just giving a word.
All right, so it's time to get our creative juices going and start submitting terms. Can we make them up?
Yeah, I think listicle. I think listicle is a good one. For those of you who have seen our Sucker blockchain.
Just accepted on Scrabble.
Exactly.
And now it's time for Binance to recognize.
Right. So I'm hip, I'm young, I'm all the slogans.
All right, yeah, let's start making money, man.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, listen, I'm clearly not making enough here. Maybe I'll make some Binance coin and hopefully pay my rent.
Okay, moving on.
Well, next up, we have UToday. So they're reporting how high-ranking Facebook strategists resign after rejecting Zuckerberg's turn to crypto and decentralization. So this is kind of big. So 2 top executives, these aren't the regular guys, these are top executives that pretty much been there since the beginning. They quit Facebook, one being Chris Cox, the other one being Chris Daniels. So they're major players at Facebook. One runs WhatsApp, the most popular messaging app in the world. Right. The other one was the chief product manager, who pretty much runs all of Facebook's products, including Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, and the whole umbrella. So pretty much both men didn't really like the new direction that Facebook was heading. This was on a post that they posted to the website announcing why they resigned. They said they didn't like the focus that Facebook was putting on decentralization and on data encryption. So this is interesting. We're kind of trying to see a little bit behind the veil of what's going on behind the closed doors now that Facebook's taking a turn towards decentralization, towards crypto.
So these are guys who stayed on board for the whole Cambridge Analytica scandal. They went through its entire last year, but now they're quitting over decentralization and privacy.
Right. People are scared. You see these words like decentralization. The people who are in power now, banks and other, foundational pieces in the current economy. It's scary, the possibilities for the common man, that all the powers that decentralization gives to them, that threatens the power of people who are already in power. So it's understandable.
Fair enough. Interesting, and this is at the same time as Facebook is coming out with the Facebook coin, which it's also everybody's talking about it, and that's going to be primarily on WhatsApp, whose leader is now leaving. Well, good luck to Mark.
Right. Well, listen, and apparently he's been fighting, kind of a split ship over here, about trying to get these things through. But it kind of shows how committed Zuckerberg is to these ideas. Right. I mean, listen, if it's enough of an issue that it's forcing out the top guys, he's entrenched. So listen, we got Zuckerberg. Let's see if we got Bezos.
That's right. All right. We follow all the time when Facebook has new job postings on LinkedIn. Let's see who they hired to replace these dudes.
All right.
All right. Next up, Crypto Globe.
Right. So Crypto Globe is reporting how a Japanese hacker was arrested for stealing over $130 in a cryptocurrency from an exchange. So pretty much the story here is an 18-year-old Japanese citizen. He was taken into police custody after stealing about $135,000 in cryptocurrency. These were allegedly stolen from a website called Monopi. So the reason this is interesting is because this is one of only the first times that crypto hackers has actually gotten caught. A lot of times on this show, unfortunately, we speak about the dark side of cryptocurrency, a lot of crime, a lot of scams. And unfortunately, with the anonymous nature of cryptocurrency, it's just really hard to find them. So here, he actually got caught. Apparently, this is more a back-end thing. He had communication logs that the authorities found on the server. I don't understand it. They do, and they got him.
And are the victims of this theft the exchange itself? Is he paying them back? Is the exchange paying?
Yeah. So he's actually he's forced to pay back the money he stole, and the exchange is making the victims whole. So that's good news. For those victims who had their money stolen, they're being made whole again by the exchange. So that's good news over there.
All right, and the next story up, but an exchange losing money in an entirely different magnitude.
Yeah, speaking of the devil, so CoinDesk is reporting how MtGox's Mark Karpeles was found guilty over data manipulation in Tokyo court. So last week here we spoke to you guys, or told you guys, about how he was facing up to 10 years in prison over embezzlement and breach of trust charges. Pretty much they were claiming how he stole funds from the exchange. So this is actually good news for him. He was only found guilty. He was not found guilty over those charges. Right. Instead, he was only found guilty over data manipulation. That he was manipulating internal figures. So this is way better for him because the sentence here, instead of 10 years in prison, is a suspended sentence of 2 years and 6 months.
Which he's already served most of that time.
Right. Now, he doesn't have to go to jail at all. As long as he maintains a good record over the next 4 years, he doesn't have to go to jail at all. So this is huge. I mean, instead of 10 years in prison, he pretty much, as long as he stays out of trouble, keeps his nose clean, he's pretty much scot-free.
All right. That's the end of the MtGox saga?
Well, listen, there's still about 850,000 bitcoins missing, a whole lot of money. I think it's like 500 million. I'm not exactly sure where it's at right now, but I mean, that money's gone. Who knows where it is? So, but listen, at least this is seemingly the end, at least in Japanese court, for the former CEO.
All right, Yona Hochhauser, thanks very much for that roundup. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. In the meantime, check us out. Social media, we're on there. Facebook, Telegram, Twitter. Check often and write to us what you think. If you have any stories to submit, hashtag Blockheads. We'll check them out.